Welcome to the Daily Review. This is Razak, Senior Trading Strategist here at CMTrading. And today is June 27, 2024, and today is Thursday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, Japanese yen trades to new record lows. But first, looking at today's major economic events. So we start out the day at 11:30 South African time, first out of Great Britain. We have Governor Bailey will be speaking, and then from the United States at 2:30 South African time, we have pending home sales. Now looking at the various markets, starting out with the Forex symbols, the Australian dollar continues and extends that gain. Looking at the indices, the Dow Jones and the NASDAQ inch higher. Looking at commodities, gold continues to slide to the downside, and as we shift over to the stocks, Amazon holding on to those gains. And lastly, looking at cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin looks like a dead cat bounce. I'm going to test that low again. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So first, with the Japanese yen, it's correcting itself after it's made its new lows, but it's a bona fide new low. And let's take a look at it. In a 1 hour chart, you can see it hit that 160 above, okay? It didn't sustain it and didn't hold it, but it's bouncing off that 8-day moving average, which may mean that we may challenge it on the upside again. Now, shifting over to the Australian dollar, okay? The Australian dollar has been trading in a very tight range. Now, we pushed a little bit higher yesterday, but we kind of gave up those gains just now, and we are at resistance-ish area, so I do expect us to correct ourselves as well. So keep that in mind as we're looking at the Australian dollar. Now shifting over to the commodities, gold continues to shift lower to 22.96, just testing it, and now bouncing on supportish level. This is super important because we may get that bounce that we're looking for. Okay, if we look at a daily, we're at 22.91 and we're pushing higher here as well. So keep that in mind. We may get a decent bounce here. Now shifting over to the US markets, they didn't do much yesterday. Okay, honestly, it's summer trading, not much going on, not big news coming up that we're gonna, shake and break the markets. Pending home sales are going to probably be something of, a non-factor, as the interest rates are still relatively high. The Dow Jones did retrace after that, Elliott wave move on the upside, okay, almost to 40K. But we're in a slump, okay? We're in stagnation, inflation, and the economy is just being pumped, but it's not really growing at this rate. So keep that in mind as we're looking at this as well. Now, looking at the individual stocks, Amazon holding on to its gains, okay, after hitting that 193, that's all-time highs. If you look at Google, also holding on to its gains, so very strong. The FANG stock's still very strong, so that may shift the NASDAQ higher as well. Now, shifting over to the Microsoft, also on its highs, but not making record highs and breaking with new record highs, okay, but it's still relatively strong. Now, this is what I'm talking about. Bitcoin got a bounce after dipping below 60K. And now we're just at 60,694, which may mean we test our lows of 60K once again. So that's something to consider today as well. So lots of things still happening during the summer months, but just be cautious, okay? And just make sure that you're defensive, offensive with market opportunities. This is Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.